I continue master your emotion, conditioning your mind to experience more positive emotion. Try to see that thought about a person or event is merely a thought about that person or event. It is the thought about them that makes you feel the way you do. To change the way you feel, change the way you think. Vernon Howard, The Power of Your Supermind. We have discussed how emotions are formed and we have introduced process you can use to release your negative emotions. Now let's see how you can condition your mind to start experiencing and intensifying positive emotions in your life. You are what you think about the most of the time. For thousands of years, mystics have told us we are the result of our thoughts. Buddha allegedly said, "What you think, you become." The essayist and poet Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "We become what we think about all day long." While Mahatma Gandhi said, "A man but the product of his thoughts." In his classic book, As a Man Thinketh, James Allen wrote, "Let a man radically alter his thoughts and he will be astonished at the rapid transformation it will effect in the material conditions of his life." Men imagine that thought can be kept secret, but it cannot. It rapidly crystallizes into habit, and habit solidified into circumstances. James Allen. To take a control of your emotion, it is essential you understand the role of your thoughts play in generating emotions in general. Your thoughts activate certain emotions, and these emotions in turn generate more thoughts. Thoughts and emotion then feed each other. For instance, if believe the thought "I am not good enough" will generate negative emotion such as shame or guilt. Conversely, when you feel ashamed for not being good enough, you will attract more thoughts in line with that belief. You will focus on things you believe you aren't good at or remember and dwell on the past failures. This in turn will strengthen your erroneous belief. Thoughts generates emotions and emotions dictate your actions. If you feel don't deserve promotion, you won't ask for it. And if you believe man or woman is out of your league, you won't ask him or her out. It's neat in a nutshell. This is the way thoughts work. They generate emotions that dictate your actions and shape your reality. While this may not be obvious to you in the short term, and in the long term, you will realize your thoughts have a tremendous impact on your life. Thoughts and emotions determine your future. Human possesses power or no other living being have their imagination. We can use your thoughts and manifest things and turn the invisible into the visible. However, thoughts in itself isn't enough to manifest things or circumstances. It must be full with energy in the form of emotion, such as enthusiasm, excitement, passion, or happiness. For this reason, someone enthusiastic about his or her dream will become achieve and then pessimistic and unmotivated person. Successful people constantly focus on what they want to with the positive expectation, while unsuccessful people focus on what they don't want to, what they lack. The latter be are afraid or having a lack of money, talent, time, or any other resources they may need to achieve their goals. As a result, pessimists accomplish far less than they are capable of achieving. Thus, one of the most important skills you can master is your ability to control your thoughts and emotions. This entails understanding what your emotions are, how they work, and what purpose they serve. Later, we will discuss how you can use your emotions as a tool for personal growth. Depositing positive thoughts in your mind. Confident people deposit positive thoughts in their mind each day. They celebrate their small wins and treat themselves with compassion and the respect. Naturally, they accept good things to happen. On the other hand, people with low self esteem bombard their mind with the disempowering thoughts. They discard their accomplishment as no big deal and fail to recognize their strength and the positive intent behind their actions. No wonder they feel unworthy. For more information, read a section Not Being Good Enough. Both use their thoughts to distort reality, but who do you think is better off? the person who deposits positive thoughts in their mind, but the person who dwells on negative thoughts. Does it mean positive thinking is going to solve all of your problems and eliminate your negative emotion once and for all? Of course not. Thought manipulation is simply one of the tools you can use to master your emotions. The limit of positive thinking: repeating to yourself, I am happy, I am happy, I am happy, all day long, want to turn you into living Buddha, and you may benefit from it, but you will still experience negative emotion unless you know how to deal with negative emotions when they appear. You will fall prey to your own disempowering story. This story could be why you are such a loss, or why insert your favorite disempowering story here. Interestingly, people are often addicted to their story, and even the negative ones, and unable to let go of the why, because they are unfundamentally flawed. Okay, are fundamentally flawed. Will never be happy because insert your favorite story. Aren't worthy of love, are never going to make it, and will never get married, and so on. I can guarantee you're addicted to a story. Now we will discuss how you can conditions in your mind experience more positive emotions. After that, we will see how you can deal with negative emotions as they arise. Choosing the emotions you want to experience. To conditions your mind, the first step is to decide that emotions you want to experience more of. Do you want to be happier, more be motivated, more proactive? The second step is to put in place specific program to allow you experience your chosen emotions. The final step is to practice feeling that emotions every day. Feeling the same emotions over and over allow your better success. Neuroscience has shown experiencing the same thought or emotions repeatedly strengthen and the corresponding neutral pathway, easing the future access to thought or emotions. Put it simply, the more you experience and emotions, the easier it becomes generate. That's where daily conditioning comes into play. To conditions your mind, experience positive thoughts and positive emotions, you can use your method introduced earlier. Interpretations plus identifications plus repetitions is equal to strong emotion. Here is how to use the formula in this situation. Interpretations means visualizing certain events or generating particular thoughts you see positive. Identifications means that identifying with these events or thoughts by feeling the way you want to feel. To do this, you can use all the techniques we mentioned in this section. What impacts your emotion, such as positive affirmations and visualizations. Repetitions means keep repeating the same thoughts and identifying with them. By doing so, you allow your mind access the related emotions more easily. Below are some example of practice you can use based on how you want to feel. First, gratitude. To feel more grateful and make gratitude a daily routine. Every morning focus on what you are grateful for. The more you practice, the better you will be able to the focus positive side things. Sadly, most of us know we should be grateful, but we aren't. That's why we must cultivate gratitude. As the late Jim Rohn said, our emotions need to be educated as our intellect. Here are some exercise you can use to cultivate feeling of gratitude. A. Write down things you are grateful for. Take a pen and piece of paper, or even better dedicated notebook, and write down at least three things which are you grateful. This will help you focus on the positive sides of things. B. Think sorry B. Thank people who cross your life. Close your eyes and think of people who have made. As you picture them one after the other, thank them while acknowledging at least one good thing they did for you. And if you happen to picture and people you don't like, thank them anyway. That still look for one good thing good they did for you. It could be marketing you strong. Sorry. It could be making you stronger and teaching you specific lessons. Don't try to control your thoughts. Simply let the face of people you know come to your mind, released by resentment you feel have felt. See, focus on one's object and appreciate its existence. Select one items in your room and you think about the amount of work and number of people involved in the process of creating it and delivering it to you. For instance, if you select a chair, think of all work necessary to create it. Some people had to design it, others had to find raw materials, and others had to assemble it. Trucks drivers had to deliver it to the store. The store employee and had to display it and promote it. You or someone else had to go and collect it. The car you would draw also had to be built by the other people, and so on. Think of you benefit from this chair. Remember a time you were so tired you couldn't wait to sit and didn't feel great when you could finally sit. Thanks to the chair, you can not only sit but you can also choose your computer, write, read, drinks, coffee, or have pleasant conversations with your friends. D. Listening to gratitude song, guided meditations. Listening to gratitude meditations, search gratitude meditations on YouTube. Second, excitement. Sometimes you lose excitement, you feel as though through and you're running in a circles trap in a same old routine. To generate more excitement, spend a little time every morning visualizing all the things you want. Get excited about this thing. Below are several ways to do it. Please note this should be practiced on regular basis. A. Write down what you want. Okay, take a pen and piece of paper and write what I want and the top of the page, then write down anything you can think of that excites you. B. Visualize what you want. Ask yourself what do you really want and visualize all these things or you desired and try to be specific as possible. Clarity is power. Think of your ideal career, relationship, or lifestyle, or your any goals you want to accomplish in this coming decade or beyond. And create goals, dreams, general. Buy a notebook and write down your goals in each area of your life. Review them each morning and keep adding pictures, drawings, and anything else you foster your the enthusiasm. D. Vividly envisions your ideal or day. What would you eat or breakfast? How would you spend your day? With whom would you your day? What would you do in the evening? And where would you live? And how would you feel? You can have several versions of your ideal day. Just make sure each version excites you. Confidence, certainty. If you want to have more confidence in your ability to achieve your goals, visualize yourself as having already accomplished them and feel good about it. Practice developing a sense of certainty. Commit to your vision, your mind, and each time you visualize your goal, give the energy to of commitment it to it and know it's going to happen. For self esteem, to boost your self esteem, keep track of your daily accomplishment. You do many things right, but you tend to only remember things you do wrong. No wonder your self esteem suffers. Buy a notebook and dedicate it to this purpose. Record your accomplishments every day. Some example of accomplishments would be, okay, point, I wrote on time. I ate some fruits. I cleaned my desk. I completed project A. I exercise. I completed my morning rituals or I read. As you can see, you don't have to write down anything big. In fact, by writing down small accomplishment, you condition your mind look for some more wins which over time enhance your full self-esteem. For more exercise related to self-esteem, refer to the sections not feeling good enough. Next point is decisiveness. As you practice being more decisive, you will boost your productivity, which will affect your well-being. As we will see in the section, procrastination stalling can create a lot of emotional suffering. To become more sorry, to become more decisive, and you can use the 5-second rule. Introduce my Robbins in her book in the same name. In Mel Robbins argues there is only rule when it becomes when it comes productivity, success, or getting everything you were wanted. You have to do something whether you feel like it or not. If you can do things you don't feel like doing, you will get everything you have your wanted. Her 5-second rule states you have 5 seconds from moment you have an idea to the moment you will take actions. You will fail to act within these 5 seconds, and your mind will talk you out of it. And the nature of the mind is to prevent us from doing anything scary or try tiring. For instance, you have 5 seconds to introduce yourself to someone you want to take sorry introduce yourself to someone you want to talk to at event, send that important email, or ask questions during meeting. Exercise strengthen your decisiveness. To practice the 5-second rule, you can start with the small things. Make a list of things you procrastinate over. Perhaps you put off washing the dishes or cleaning your home. Maybe you delay calling someone or sending some emails. Write it down. Now select a couple of things which you will be use the 5-second rule. Make a commitment to use the rule for what least a week. And when you think washing the dishes, calling someone, or insert your chosen task, count down 0 from 5 to 0 and take actions before you reach 0. Common mistake to avoid when conditioning your mind. As you condition your mind to experience more positive emotions, avoid making the following mistake: trying to implement too many changes at once. Stick to one or two exercise for a month or so before trying any other exercises. Starting too big, keep it small and make sure the exercises aren't too challenging. And remember, taking control of your emotion is a long-term game. It's a marathon, not sprint. To learn in more about the how to create an exciting morning rituals, please consult my book Wake Up Call: How to Control Up Your Morning and Transform Your Life. Action step: refer the corresponding section in the workbook and choose the emotions you want to experience more. Section 3: How to change your emotions for conditioning your mind.